Well, that was a really tough ACC game. I thought both teams played their hearts out. Both teams suffering from some injuries. Clemson with 2 guys out, and but the kids on the court just put their hearts on the court. Tough to score points today. I thought both teams played outstanding defense, and points are tough to come by. We got that 10-point lead. We had a couple good looks, and we're not able to knock them down. And they stayed in with it, which you expect them to do. And then all of a sudden, it's a tie game. And then our kids responded. Gary's 3 free throws, I should say, were huge. I think both teams were tired at the end. We're really tired, and to play those last 2 minutes like that, young group. Some of these young guys, they grew up a little bit more today, and our defensive rebounding was outstanding. Delorier, you talk about a kid, he scores 2 points and gets 10 rebounds, but he was a key guy for us today. And our defense was good. Our defense was very good today, and it has been. We've become a pretty good defensive team. Any questions that you all might have?
Mike, how satisfied are you with the way these guys have responded to Marvin being out there?
Yeah, spectacular. Because they don't even talk about it because it's us. But you don't lose a guy. And again, look, Clemson's lost too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not minimizing that. But for us, that's 3 wins, with arguably as talented a kid as there is in the country out. And he's coming along, so hopefully it'll be soon. It'll be soon. But it has given opportunities for Marquise, Javin, Jack White did a good job for us today that normally they wouldn't have. I mean, Javin played 30 minutes in the game and start in late February. That's invaluable experience as we go forward.
Can you talk about the job Grayson's doing, played the whole game today, and just really stepping up with your injuries and being your senior leader?
Yeah, since Marvin's been out, we switched his role to where we kind of flip-flopped it a little bit today based on matchups and where what we want to do offensively. But for the most part, he's bringing the ball up, and he can be in control of the team. As our leader, I think that puts him in a more prominent spot, and then the kids respond a little bit better. But Duval played well again today. But I'm proud of Grayson. I think he's had 3 of his better games since Marvin's been out. So he's really gone forward. And our free throw shooting was excellent. I think Grayson was 9 for 9, and again, when you get some free throws in this game, I'll tell you what, it was really a tough game. Both teams, both teams played so hard today.
Coach, tough game for DeVoe. Is there anything you did on defensively that you think made it particularly difficult for him?
Well, I think we're fortunate he missed a few. And look, our main attention was on DeVoe and Reed. So it left sometimes other people open, and they're right at the top of the scouting report, and you go DeVoe, Reed, and then, make sure you know where those guys are. And I do think, we're playing our zone very well, and we end up talking better in our zone than in man. And so they were able to communicate where those guys were. And then we reacted fairly well. But he missed a couple. He's been so good. And then, look, he doesn't hit a shot, and then he hits the biggest shot of the game. If they win, you're going to talk about DeVoe's 3 from the corner after he goes 0 for 8 or whatever he was. And we feel fortunate that he didn't have the shooting afternoon that he normally does.
Did you extend your zone more than normal?
A little bit, yeah. That you saw they went inside a little bit more, and our goal was to try to minimize the threes, and especially for those 2 kids. And then Reed, as he does, well, you guys follow him. I know from watching tape, the last 4 minutes of games is Reed's time. And so he just started, wow, 3-point play and moving. So we tried to, work on stopping his penetration.
Grayson talked about going and making a halftime adjustment to get a little bit more of Wendell after that first half. How important was that for him to get going in the second half, especially hitting that last shot?
Yeah, well, Wendell really learned a lot today because, it was a man's game inside that first half. I mean, it was really physical. And as a young player, you get more worn out, and you can get knocked back. And Grayson talking to him and our guys showing confidence in him, not just us, but the guys on the team. I thought he and he didn't play bad in the first half. It was tough to score. And in the second half, was very good. And he made that one bucket to put us up 5 right at the end of the clock, which gave us a 2-possession lead. And in this game, if you get a 2-possession lead, you feel you feel a little bit more confident.
Anything else for Coach?
Yep.
Yeah, I do. Can I ask 2 questions?
Maybe. First one is.
One question is about Trayvon Ball. Seemed like he had a bigger impact on the defensive end. Did you see?
Yeah, good point. You can ask the second question. No, let me finish on that. He was really active, and I don't know if you see he's talking more. To his team. He's not talking trash in that. And so he's more active, and he too has taken a step up in these last 3 games. And I think putting him in different spots offensively has helped him. And where the whole burden of just running the team isn't on him, Grayson can take that and he can help him with that.
And then also, some other coaches have been asked about this Yahoo story that came out that claims that coaches will go down Hall of Fame coaches.
Yeah, I haven't followed it all. I don't follow Yahoo. No, I mean, just nothing against. Actually, when I grew up, if you were called a Yahoo, that wasn't nice. But no, I don't know. I haven't followed it. I've been so in a tunnel in a cave with my own team, and so I'm not up to date on it. So I apologize.